So my NVDA trade is about to do 3,000%, which is like pretty significant. Like I've been seeing 1,000% trades like every week, but obviously not last week. But a 3,000% trade is actually like quite incredible. So I said that I would show what I was looking at for NVIDIA and why I got in and held, etc. So, and I mean, Alex shows this a ton, like honestly. But yeah, I'm happy to do it. A couple of things to note. NVIDIA, so I swung actually over the weekend because of NVIDIA's month, right? I didn't swing a ton of contracts, but I did swing something over the weekend. So look at the month Broadening formation here, right? So we've hit the bottom of the Broadening formation and we close the month as a failed 2 down hammer, right? So I'm looking to get up here, all-time highs on the month. Obviously, target 1 would be here. I guess I can draw them for you. I can just sort of see things now. Monthly target 1, target 2 is here. Oh, where's my... Okay, so we have that. Other things, I can delete that. So the things I have marked is previous quarter open, which is this line here, which is a little difficult to see. So previous quarter open, POQ, that's what that means. Which is also the yearly open. Come on. Right? Previous quarter open because we're only in the second quarter. Right? We can flip the year and just keep on keeping on. So that's what I'm looking at. NVIDIA showing strength on the month. Great. On the week, looking for just a continuation, no big deal. And on the day, no big deal, right? I held through this Friday, which was a little crushing, but that's all right. Regardless, I actually mentioned my initial entry on NVIDIA in my previous video. Maybe I'll link it to this if I can figure that out. But the video is called like Why I Swung Overnight, and it explains my initial, the start of my play for this week. It was on a 15er, I believe. Yep, 15er on Monday. Really just looking for a way in. This was my entry. I got into 125s. Okay, I swung 125s. Pardon me. I swung 120s over the weekend, and here I got into 125s. Okay, and at this point, there's no reason for me to get out of anything. This just went nuts. So I guess I don't really know what to explain. Maybe if I could get like a clear question as to why, as to what you want to know. Because for me, looking at this, there's absolutely no reason to get out. Let's actually get off the 15. Let's go to the hour. If you get in there, right? So I got in pretty much when this hour flipped. And I can make this larger actually. Okay. So if I got in there, and of course I've added along the way, but that's beside the point. If this is your entry, there is not a single reason to get out of this trade. You could argue, and I think I said this in my previous video, that you should exit here. And I exited some here. But when this hour flipped back green, you want to get back and add. Like I'm sure that there was a lower time frame entry. And I can go back and look, but not right this moment, right? So no reason to get out. And if you got out of a little bit, all the reason to get back in. But nonetheless, let's say you have runners now because this kind of freaked you out. Fine. But looking at this, right? So much strength into the close. There's not even a wick here. So much strength. This is like a clear swing. And in my other video, I mentioned, you know, SPY and all the reasons why I swung, right? So if I enter here and I just keep these runners, obviously these days, that was the question. Okay, well, this will be an interesting video. Okay, the question was about my initial entry and how I'm still trading it by day trading. So this is my initial entry on SPY. I got into 125s. Obviously, we gap up, almost in the money, and then I'm well in the money by the end of this day, right? Because we close at 129. We gap up, we come down a little bit, but still really no reason to get out of this trade. You could argue, again, maybe here, and you just have to find another reason in. No big deal. Okay, so when I'm in contracts like this, I'm well in the money. Like I'm not selling till Friday or a crazy pullback. Like I want to at least hit yearly open, previous quarter open. You know, I want to at least try and flip the year green at this rate. Okay. If we flip the year green and I see something aggressive, I may scale out, but I have a few runners, so we'll see how we go. All right. No, that's number one. So to answer the question of day trading and like contracts that I'm in, it would be focused on, because I buy out of the money contracts, right? When I bought 125s, it was out of the money, right? It was at 120.96, right? So I'm looking to get in the money, but I buy out of the money. So yesterday, and I'll put the hour here because I'm not getting in on the hour. I'm getting in on lower time frames. Yesterday, I got in on a 5 because everything was so bullish out of the gate. And if you go back to my videos about yesterday, you will see me mention the trend and not trading against it, right? So because everything is bullish, you have to get in on a lower time frame. And not just bullish, but like right out of the gate bullish, right? So I'm happy to just like hold my contracts and let this ride. And then your entry on NVDA is here, this inside 5, right? So at this point, I'm buying 130s, 135s, 140s for NVIDIA. Still expiring at the end of the week. I'm not going to buy something in the money because it's going to cost me too much and I'm already up, right? Why mess with that average? So I can buy more contracts out of the money, but with a similar comfort that we're going to keep going up, right? And then at that point, I can move to the 15 as the day progresses, right? Pardon me. And you can see your 15-hour entries. And really, these should say ads, but I guess that was an entry on the day. And this was one as well, right? Add. And this is really something that you just don't have to look at anymore. It doesn't matter, right? And for me, like all of this right here at the end of the day is fine. So I mentioned that if you look at the hour, you can argue that like you would have gotten out on this 3, but NVIDIA was just strong. The market was strong. This was just normal selling for me. So there is that and the reason why. And then today I was asked when I got in to NVIDIA. So I added here. I added to my 135s and my 140s because, again, those are out of the money. And then, of course, we closed with the 135s in the money. So I hope that answers your question. It was a little bit roundabout because I forgot what you asked, but overall, that's it. Yeah. And the video also had this today, which I think I mentioned in the chat. This inside hour up. Also a great ad. I didn't take it personally, but this is a great ad. So yeah, that's it.